back from the gym and I am sitting outside in South Carolina, and I saw the news that the Brian Kohberger case out of Idaho has granted the motion to change venue, which is perhaps the most obvious motion to change venue I have seen maybe ever. Uh, Basically, it boils down to the fact that no one lives in Bosco, Idaho. That's kind of the problem, is that no one lives there. And to the extent people live there, they're all the college town because there's nothing there except for the college. This is a college town and not much else, and there's not much else in the entire rest of the county. So this case has gotten, just a bit of news attention in the relevant county. And so the judge is like, yeah, we got to transfer this thing. And I think this is a no-brainer call. I've been calling this forever. I've been calling this for months. This is just a total no-brainer call. And no, absolutely no surprise. The judge suggests Ada County, which I believe is the most populous county in Idaho, if memory serves correctly. It was also the county, I believe, in which the Daybells were tried, if memory serves correctly. So they have some experience with some high-profile trials there. And the judge recommends that he himself stay on the case, which, fine. We just need to go to where the jury is. And, we could do that one of two ways, hypothetically. We could either bring the jury from some other county in, so we could continue to have the case here, but bring a jury in from a different county. But the judge says that solution doesn't really make sense because of the distance involved. Fine. Or we can go to where the jury is. So we were going to go to Ada County. The judge recommends that he stays on the case, which, fine by me, no particular problem with that. And it'll be assigned by however that gets assigned under Idaho law. So somebody somewhere has to make the decision. And I don't know who that is as a matter of practice. Perhaps it's the state Supreme Court. That would make the most logical sense. And perhaps they're the one that makes that decision, but I don't know. So it has to be resolved one way or another. So, yeah. So, absolutely no surprise. And if the judge stays on the case, that's fine too. It's just that, we have to get a jury that's going to be fair. And this jury, there's no way to find a fair jury in this jurisdiction. There's just not enough people. And they're all college people. And their passions have been inflamed to absolute hell. So, that's basically, that's it. And so, it's easier to take whatever witnesses you need to Ada County than to figure out where to lodge, 12 people every day. So, yeah. It'd be nice if I didn't do vertical video in the future. Yeah, well, that's just what the cell phone defaulted to. But I'll try to keep that in mind in the future. I just popped out my cell phone real quick and didn't really think about it very hard. But I'll try to keep that in mind. Judge didn't recommend that he stayed on the case. His language reflected he didn't desire to. Boyce did recommend it? Okay, perhaps I'm confused. And I misread the wrong thing. So if that's true and Judge says he doesn't want to stay on the case, then that's fine by me too. I don't really care. That's fine by me too. So, fair enough. That works for me. So the new judge presumably will give, full faith and credit to everything that's happened so far, but they don't have to. The trial judge always has authority to overrule themselves. So the new judge, whoever that is, could theoretically undo any decision that's been made up to this point, except insofar as that decision would violate the defendant's rights. So they could make any change the defendant wanted to make, because obviously the defendant would want it. So they can't influence the defendant's rights, and they could change anything, except insofar as it would affect due process concerns. But yeah. So yeah. Seems to be a minority opinion. This case had to be transferred, man. This case had to be transferred. I've been saying it this entire time. As long as the issue's been live, I've been saying it, man. This case has got to be transferred because this case has the publicity factor is absolutely through the roof, and there's just not enough jurors to try to find a reasonable jury. So Count is way, way too small. Yeah, exactly so far. 60 motions to compel discovery. I don't know if that necessarily means that the judge hasn't been effective. Just because the defense is filing a lot of motions doesn't mean that the judge isn't being effective. Sometimes defendants or sometimes parties just file things to, you know, to be delaying. Because usually time is something the defense wants. Does the judge stay with the case? Apparently not. Apparently the judge recommends that he not stay on the case, which, fine. That's fair enough. And the new judge could overrule the current judge on anything except insofar as it would affect due process concerns. So. Can you be arrested for using the N-word? Not typically speaking, no. There would have to be more there. It's a very strange question. Do you know if they'll get paid extra for travel time? Insofar as witnesses need to be compensated for the travel time, I think they would be entitled to some sort of additional compensation, but I'm not sure. But yeah. Can you be arrested for saying I look like an idiot and aren't a real lawyer? No, you can't be arrested for that. The freedom of speech allows you to say knowingly false things. I did just come back from the gym, though. Trying to make progress. I know I have a long way to go, but, we do what we can. New judge for the trial seems likely. Seems likely that there'll be a new judge. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Just as long as we can get a good, fair judge, doesn't really matter to me. Why can the citizens be charged with libel and slander, but a politician can't be? Well, in some situations, it's because the politician is protected by law. And most notably, in the case of a federal politician, in the case of a member of Congress, they're protected by the speech and debate clause. And in the case of the president, according to the Supreme Court, they have absolute immunity for their official job functions. So that would be why. You're mistaken, Chad. If you go to my community tab, you can see my workouts. I try to log them when I can and share my workouts, and you can see my workouts. So you are factually mistaken. Clearly the workout isn't working. How would you know? Progress is being made, man. Because I'm chubby? Isn't that all the better reason to work out? Going to if you are fat, going to the gym seems like a pretty good idea. What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? Bill of Rights. Am I in the upstate? Yes, I am. I'm near Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah, I posted some monster leg presses. Yeah, I did 750 that one time, and then last week or something, I posted a 620 leg press. Today I was doing trap bar. I was doing it wasn't that much. It was 110 pounds per set of 10 reps. I think I did 4 sets though. That's what the workout recommended, so I just follow the app. Have I ever been to the Biltmore State? Sure, but I haven't been there in a long time, but yeah. Yeah, 750, big weight. Yeah, 4 reps. 4 reps. I was doing 5 reps. I think I did 3 sets of 5 at 750. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Today I did trap bar deadlift. I did some lat pull down today. I did cable row today. I did these tricep exercises where you put the easy bar behind your head and then you lift it up behind your head. I did that exercise. What else did I do today? I did this, I think it's called log cutter, where you pull the cable from your top across your body and rotate to work your core. That was good. Do I bike? Yeah, sometimes. Have been watching the YSL Triout? No, it's too much of a mess for me, man. The trial is too much of a shit show for me. I'll tell you what, I'll catch it the next time around. I'll catch it the next time around because in the event of a conviction, it's going to be overturned. So I'll catch the YSL trial next time. How do I know so much about law? Reading a lot. I have 3,000 videos on my channel. Every one of those videos is a legal story. I've been studying the subject for 15 years. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah, I might know a lot about law because I'm a lawyer. It's my profession. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, I know a lot because I read a lot. Yeah. How do you know so much? Well, I love the subject passionately. I read cases all the time. I have 3,000 videos on my channel discussing cases, sometimes multiple cases. I know some things. Trial scheduled for June 2025. Will change of venue affect that date? It might, but it might not by much. Because they haven't really done like jury selection stuff or anything like that. So it might move the date, but probably not by much. Although it might depend a little bit on the needs of the transferring venue. So there might be some calendar problems in the transferring venue. But I wouldn't think it would change by too much. But we'll see. I have 11-year-olds stalking my channel, apparently. But that's a good thing because the 11-year-olds can learn something about law, which will help them. Some of those 11-year-olds might become lawyers someday. And they can learn something of legal value. I'm missing good weather. I'm missing good weather. Have you really? I don't. I don't think so, man. I do not. I have to tell you. I have to be 100% honest with you. I really don't think I'm missing good weather. Weather's pretty good, man. Thank you, Ellen Park. Weather's pretty damn solid right now. I have to tell you. Yeah. Thank you, Alan Parker, for the gift memberships, as always. Does the venue change get a new judge? It looks that way, yes. Apparently, the judge said that he wanted to be replaced. So, presumably. Well, I think I'm going to keep this stream relatively short because I just really wanted to pop on and give my immediate thoughts. So, completely unsurprised. I've been saying this for a while. This really needed to change. This might be the most obvious change of venue motion in recent memory, because this case has been inflamed 8 different ways, and no one lives in Moscow, Idaho. So this was one of the most obvious change of venue motions. You know, I will note, however, as I've said before, the change of venue, especially in modern practice, is very disfavored. So it's very unusual to see a change of venue in the modern practice. Typically, what you do is just do more of what you normally do. So you send out more questionnaires to more jurors, and you ask them more questions, and you just do more. The problem here, of course, is you can't do more because no one lives in Moscow, Idaho. There is no more to do, right? You've run out of people. You've run out of people. So, yeah. So, completely unsurprising, completely obvious, total no-brainer, and it's a very good thing for protecting the rights of the defendant, and it makes the trial inherently more fair. So it's really a good thing. So yeah, completely unsurprised. Apparently Harvey Weinstein, I'm just seeing in the news, has just been rushed to the hospital for heart surgery. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, I guess. Yeah, less grounds for appeal. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. There's already going to be issues on appeal. We definitely don't need to give him this one because this one's a freebie. You know, if they had gone forward on this jury, that's like, yeah, I don't think so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go sign off for now. I've been Uncivil Law. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.